Around a week ago, I released a video of Fritz flying his DJI Mini 3 Pro down at the River State Trail. On the second day of the trip, we started to mess around with Active Track. When doing so, I noticed an issue. When we set the drone up to follow us from our front side, the drone drifted off to our right and its left. However, though, we were able to do the same test within an alley of trees, but this time it held its line a lot better. Now, the reason for this video. Well, first off, this testing was something I wanted to do since I was on the edge to buy a drone. And yeah, I did buy one. Not the 3, but the Mini 4 Pro. But back to it. Not that long ago, I did my first trip with the Mini 4 Pro. I did some sick waypoint shots. Then I followed up with some tracking shots. But when doing these tracking shots, I set the drone up like we did here at the beginning to follow me from the front side. So the drone will be basically flying backwards. When doing so, the drone drifted to its left and my right. At this time, I don't think I even had the drone for a week, and it got me freaked out. So I slammed on the brakes and took a different kind of shot. With this happening, I told myself, I wanted to figure out why this is doing this. But this isn't the place. An open road with no electrical lines is a place where we need to do this, and this is where we are at now. Right outside of town. However, when starting the same tracking, this time it worked. It worked fine. It held its line and it did it awesome, even at extreme speed on a bike. One thing I did notice though, when going from the outside dot on active tracking to the inside one, the drone was literally right over my head. Kind of got me freaked out in a way, but it worked. Yeah! But it still got me thinking, will this drone be able to track me in the path with the drone going in reverse, so basically facing me? And this will bring us to this video or clip. When starting the tracking in this video, I noticed something. The drone started to drift again. When this was happening, it also shifted to the back. And at this point, I got an oh yeah moment. With the DJI Mini 4 Pro, we got 3 options: active track, or basically 3 options in active track. First one is parallel. So the drone flies along with you on the side. Then you have manual, which is the active 360 tracking. You basically can put the drone wherever you want. And then you have auto. And about the auto, this is what I hit here. And I'm guessing I hit this too when I first got the drone. Since I did not really research it well, I didn't really know what it was. But what I thought it was you hit the button for auto, and wherever the drone is facing you for active tracking, it'll hold its line. So for instance, if you put the drone in front of you, you hit auto, it'll stay there. If you put it to the side, you hit auto, it'll stay there. But it's not that. Basically, what auto is doing, it's kind of like the master shots in the drone, right? Where you hit the button, it's still tracking the subject, but it does its own little shots like the droning and whatnot around the subject. And this is what was happening right here. When the drone was flying there, I got a message on the remote saying the drone was switching the location or shot. This is the reason I think I seen it here, or the reason why I think I seen it here was because I had no trees around me that I was going to run into, and there was no need to stop. So I kind of basically just kept going, and I was kind of doing a droning. And I eventually just pulled over, and I did hit stop and kind of research, okay, what's going on here? And then I seen basically auto isn't like an auto just where we put it. An auto is master shots of an active shot. So it does multiple shots around you as it's tracking you. But anyways, put the drone back in front of me. This time we didn't use auto, I used manual. And I was able to basically, again, hit right in front of me the dot on the manual active 360 track. And it did hold its line great again. And we eventually did bring it into the tree section of the trail here. But when doing so, there were some branches. The drone was going reverse. The leaves had fallen. There's a couple little sticks sticking out. It did kind of clip a little. It kind of got me freaked out, really. I mean, now I got the drone for 3 weeks. I don't want to crash it, but it still flew just fine. But it held its line awesome. Even when going around a nice turn, I had to slow down but it held its line going around that turn, which is cool. But I noticed too, when coming back to the trail, I switched the drone from following me going, basically the drone going reverse, basically following me from behind my side. So it's basically going straight. The sticks that it did have issues with going reverse did not have issues with going forward. But anyways, this video, the reason I'm doing it is curiosity, right? I was like, okay, this thing should have held its line, but it didn't. But technically it was my mistake. But for anyone out there having the same issue, not really researching the drone, I would suggest maybe to research it a little bit. Because maybe at that time of doing that shot, when I first brought it out, I probably could have got more 6 shots. I think follow me, but with me not knowing the drone very well, it kind of, I don't know if you want to say it hurt me. But yeah, like I said, I could have probably done a lot more cool things with it that I would have known what to do. But yeah, next time or going forward, I think I'm going to research the drone a little bit and basically see what it's all capable of.